Just days before our wedding, my husband went on a date with his ex-girlfriend, not because he missed her, but because he wanted to be sure she wasn't the one who got away. And you know how I found out? His mom told me, right after I gave birth to our baby. I used to believe I was enough, that even though I didn't match every beauty standard in the book, I had something else. Substance, loyalty, heart. My husband's ex was the kind of woman people don't stop talking about. Tall, effortlessly elegant, with platinum blonde hair that always looked like it was styled by professionals. Crystal blue eyes, model-like presence. People didn't just admire her, they put her on a pedestal. When I started dating my husband, it felt like a quiet miracle. He never made me feel like I had to compete with anyone, especially not her. If anything, he made a point to show me that he had chosen me, not by accident or default, but because he truly wanted me. He said I was his peace, his real home. We met through mutual friends. He was quiet but confident, the kind of man who speaks with his actions more than his words. I'm the opposite, chatty, expressive, a little awkward when I get nervous, but somehow we just clicked. Our relationship moved fast. Within months, we were spending most nights together. He told me he loved me long before I expected to hear those words, and I believed him, because he made me feel safe. Sure, I'd heard whispers, people asking why he didn't end up with her, saying things like, they were perfect together, or she was his ideal. But he brushed it off every time. He told me, they don't know the real story. I chose you because you're better for me, because you get me. And I trusted that. I trusted him. We got married 3 years ago. It wasn't a lavish wedding, just a cozy ceremony, friends and family, soft candlelight, and heartfelt vows. I cried during mine. He didn't, but he squeezed my hands tightly, and I knew he meant every word. Or so I thought. Fast forward to this year. I'd just given birth to our daughter, our first baby. It was a whirlwind. Labor, delivery, learning how to be a mom. My body hurt, my emotions were all over the place, but I was so full of love. Our daughter was this tiny, wrinkled bundle of magic. I remember thinking, we made her. We did this together. His mom came to visit us at the hospital. She brought flowers, some food, a gift for the baby. At first, it was sweet, but then, somewhere between a sip of coffee and a comment about how much the baby looked like him, she dropped the bomb. I'm just glad he didn't change his mind after meeting up with Alyssa. My heart stopped. I blinked at her, my brain scrambling to make sense of her words. Meeting up with Alyssa? She looked up from her tea, confused. Oh, he never told you? No, he hadn't. According to her, he had met up with Alyssa, his ex, just days before our wedding. Not by accident. Not a bump into her at the store kind of thing. No, he arranged it, planned it. He wanted to be sure that marrying me wasn't some sort of mistake, that Alyssa, the golden girl, wasn't still in his heart, lingering like a ghost. He wanted to see her one last time to confirm what he already told me, that she wasn't the one. My body went cold. I didn't say anything at first. I just smiled at his mother, nodded like I'd known all along, but my insides were screaming. When she left the hospital room, I stared down at my newborn daughter and felt like my entire foundation had been shaken loose. How do you process something like that? How do you sit with the knowledge that while you were picking out your wedding dress, your fiancé was sitting across from his ex, trying to decide if you were truly the better choice? I waited until we got home to bring it up. My husband was folding laundry while the baby napped, humming under his breath like everything was normal. Did you go on a date with Alyssa before our wedding? The way he froze, the way his body stiffened mid-fold, told me everything. He didn't deny it. Not right away. He just turned, slow, deliberate. Who told you? Not. No, I didn't. Not. That's insane. No. His first instinct was damage control. That doesn't matter, I said. Just answer the question. He sighed, running a hand through his hair. It wasn't a date. Not really. I just needed closure. You don't understand how much pressure there was. Everyone around me kept saying she was the one that got away. Even my friends, my cousins, kept bringing her up. I needed to see for myself. I stared at him, heart racing. So you just casually met up with your ex a few days before marrying me? You needed confirmation that you weren't making a mistake? She's not you, he said quickly, like it was supposed to fix everything. That's what I realized. She's not you. That's why I married you. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You don't get a trophy for choosing me after emotionally cheating on me right before our wedding. It wasn't cheating. Yes, it was, I snapped. You entertained the idea of her. That's betrayal enough. There was a long silence. The baby stirred in the other room, and neither of us moved. He finally sat down, elbows on his knees, voice quiet. I was scared. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I didn't want to wake up years into our marriage wondering what if. I thought if I saw her again, I'd know for sure. And I did. But I didn't know, I said, tears burning my eyes. I didn't have doubts. I wasn't shopping around for emotional clarity. I was all in. He looked up, pain etched in his face. I know, and I hate that I hurt you, but it was a mistake made out of fear, not because I didn't love you. That night, I barely slept. I watched our daughter's chest rise and fall as she lay in her crib. I thought about the way he held my hand when we said our vows, the way he smiled during our first dance, and now it all felt contaminated. He said he loved me. He said he chose me. But the truth was, he tested that love right before binding it to me forever. I wish I could say that I forgave him immediately. I didn't. I wish I could say that I packed my bags and left. I didn't do that either. What I did was start rebuilding. Slowly, carefully. We went to therapy. I asked hard questions. I cried. He listened, truly listened. He admitted he was selfish, that he didn't understand the weight of what he did until he saw my reaction. But damage doesn't go away just because someone says sorry. It lingers. It haunts. I began to doubt my worth in ways I never had before. I'd catch myself looking in the mirror, wondering if I was just the safe option. If he had married me because I was reliable, not because I was wanted. The worst part? I still loved him. And he loved me. That much I truly believe. But love without full honesty? It rots from the inside. One day I asked him, "Would you have told me if your mom hadn't slipped?" He was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "No, I didn't want to lose you. I figured it didn't matter anymore." But it did matter. It still does. We're working through it. Slowly. Some days I look at him and see the man I married. Other days, I see the man who doubted me before he ever gave me a chance to be his forever. Our daughter is growing. She's beautiful, strong-willed, joyful. Every time I look at her, I'm reminded of the good we built together. But trust takes time. And now, every time I hear someone talk about the one who got away, I feel that old pain creep up. Because once upon a time, I was the one left in the dark, while he chased a shadow of someone else. And that's not something I'll ever forget.